Hey everybody, Leanne Rainey here, going to talk about Commons, importing and exporting material into the Commons. This has been something that's super easy to do and really helpful. So I have here, I'm in my Art3 blueprint. You can see here Art3 blueprint. The title's always in that top left corner. And I have this Welcome to Art module that I've completed, but I also have a first day of school, like a mini module. It's the first day of school presentation and a classroom expectations quiz. So I've loaded that. I built the quiz and the module in my Art1 blueprint, and then I imported it into or exported it into the Commons. And then I went into the Commons and then I re-imported it into my Art2 blueprint. And now I need to put it in my Art3 blueprint because the art room expectations are pretty universal. That's something that I can do with all three of my classes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come to the Commons. On the left-hand side, it's like this C with an arrow. And you just click on it, and it's going to take you over to this area that Canvas calls the Commons. And the Commons is basically just like a common area, common ground where you can type in the search bar. You can search by titles, tags, names, institutions, FISD, whatever. Search up any material that you need or that you're looking for. I titled mine Art First Day Presentation. I think it should come up. And there it is. So you can see here, first day of art, grade 6 through 8, Leanne Rainey, and it's a module. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It is in my favorited list over here. There's a star. You can favorite something if you think you're going to want to use it again. Here's the details. Here is the preview. So if you want to preview it, you can look and see. Here's what it says. Welcome to Vandeventer Art. That's the assignment. And then there's a quiz. Okay, so and it tells you, so if you want to look before you actually import something, that's totally fine. It gives you a chance to look at it. All right, so, and then these are the tags and all of that good stuff. So when you're ready to import, you just click on this over on the right side, the blue button that says import or download, and it'll pop up this window. I want to import it into my Art3 blueprint. You could download it and then re-upload it back into your blueprint if you wanted to. For me, it's easier to just import it into my course, and I don't need it downloaded onto my hard drive. So I'm going to do that. And it will usually takes a few minutes just to get it over there. So it says here you successfully started the import. So while we're waiting for that to import, I'm going to go back to my Art3 blueprint, and I'm going to show you guys how to export something. So back in my modules, this is my home page. So if I go back to the modules page, and I see my modules here, I have this Welcome to Vandeventer Art Middle School. So that was something else that's universal throughout all three of my preps, is that, all the kids are going to need to know about art at Vandeventer. They are all going to want to know something about Mrs. Rainey. They all need to see my tutorial schedule. So if I wanted to export this module over into the Commons, instead of having to build it again, who wants to reinvent the wheel, right? You can share it to the Commons, and you just click that button and it'll bring you over to the Commons. And it asks you some questions like, who can use this resource? Only me, all of Frisco ISD, or public any. Now I will say with public any, I would be careful with that. If you're sharing like any kind of curriculum or proprietary information that is okay for other art teachers within the district to use, then you just want it to be all of Frisco ISD. It doesn't need to be public. So I have not shared anything as public or any Canvas user. I would be really careful with that. Okay, and then what kind of license is it? A little title, description, tags. I've been putting art or middle school art like on anything I share over here so that it's easier to find. And then it wants you to attach an image. You don't have to attach one of your own images. If you just click that button, it brings up stock photos to attach. And then you can set the grades, grades 6 through 8, or if you're high school, grades 9 through 12 or whatnot. So, and then when you're ready, there's a little button here at the bottom that says share. You would click on that. I'm not going to actually share it because I've already shared it here to the Commons because I shared it over here and put it into all three of my preps. So let's go back to our Art3 blueprint and see if that module imported. I hope this is all making sense to you guys and these videos are easy to follow. Canvas was really tricky to me when I started. Okay, so it goes to the bottom. For some reason, when you're importing something from the Commons, I don't know why, it just goes all the way to the bottom. So if it looks like it's not there, just scroll down and see, and here it is, first day of art. Now to click and drag, you can just click on the left side, those little dots there, and you can just drag it and you can put it anywhere you want within your modules. I still need to clean up this Art 3 modules. So I want it to go right below the Welcome to Art at Vandeventer. And then you can see there's the first day presentation with the Art Room Expectations quiz. So voila. All right. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message